Hello guys! So the Cherry Mutant made a Google document debunking it, and it's gonna be more coming soon. Well, a lot more coming soon. Debunking it. Season 5 was about a rogue robot and Dot tried to stop an evil alien emperor. I messed up. The unfortunates would not fit in, so they were in Season 6. But you're not technically wrong. As a unfortunate, the prototype levels were actually going to appear in Season 5 before plus up. That one's actually true. 1 second, let me open my screen. Two, Cloud T Dev and the Library didn't make that. They were sold by the people targets. That one's actually true. The prototypes were sold, but the Library only resold them and turned them to monsters. For Cloud T Dev 2 and our Lucy experimented on born and raised on Isla Hostage. I don't know what that is. So humans stay creative, but overall not incorrect. He didn't even respond to the picture trusting my set. The Trapjaw doesn't like tear people. They do tear people apart. In fact, that's kind of the whole character trait. The Trapjaw dislike they don't know each other. The goal was not to kill the main character, instead was to turn Jeps back to normal. Firstly, Jepson never appealed to G6, and neither version did. And secondly, even if that were the case, he's been made, it would be impossible to turn back. Well, guess what? Jepson has been finally fucking turned back. So he's a normal person now. He was just a kid. She doesn't even know Steve Lambert. They trapped us doing the Steve Lambert. She is literally cute. He was literally cute. There's only one Trapjaw queen. Actually, the Queen Trapjaw is just a boss in Project Lucy. They don't even appear in so self. In fact, they stayed this most Trapjaws. Lambert didn't make Trapjaw. They all did. The Muffin Man. No, it was the Grim Reaper who fucking made them. Trapjaw can talk. He's not mute. They had their vocal cords rearranged and altered. They couldn't speak if they wanted to. And even if they could, their jaws and facial structures fucked up to enable them to open out their mouths. So if they did have the vocal cords to talk, they would be nearly impossible to stand. They tried to that specimens. It's confirmed there's more than one of them. The Trapjaw doesn't have population. There's actually about 100 Trapjaws in the factory, since there are male and female ones, and their bodies being the alter allows them to breathe. So in the fact the population increases. She did give birth to young. Trapjaws breed like rabbits, so yeah, they did. She doesn't have kids. Actually, Prototype Mittens says she's a mother. Well, show them fucking picture of Prototype Mittens! The Trapjaw Queen's no. Trapjaw Queen slowly to other fortunes. However, she's their ruthless leader. That's a story. Just depends what you mean by loyal. The Trapjaw doesn't care if enters territory. They very much do. The Trapjaws are very animalistic, and they'll basically attack, get aggressive anyone who tries to threaten them. You go up to a lion's pride to try to get their attention, whatever the lions do next, and what exactly a Trapjaw would do. She doesn't kill people who enter territory. In fact, in the show games, the only reason they attack us is because we entered their territory. No, the fuck they don't! We even see them helping the characters out later in Season 6 to help defeat and kill Steve. I just said she doesn't kill you. She does, though. I don't know why she said Trapjaw is a name. It's a species. It's still a fucking she! She's not dead. Yeah, actually, you're right for once. The Trapjaws are dead. Prototype Mittens actually still alive. Okay. If Prototype Mittens is a fucking Trapjaw, it's a fucking Trapjaw, just show it to me. Her neck is now robotic. No, also, again, also true. The Trapjaws are robotic. There's no factory. What most about ODT's lore and story takes place in the factory. If there wasn't a factory, then ODT would have never happened. It was where the La Loopsies originated. Without the factory, then Isaac would have never got there to make toys, which means he would have never made his daughter La Lucy doll, which was inspired to create La Lucy. And with no factory, Steve wouldn't have meant Isaac would turn on him, which was how most of the story happened. She's not. Yes, the trapjaws are evil. They're just territorial as fuck. She does destroy everything. Trapjaws can't destroy everything. They're mostly smart. They know what their kids take on. They're not that brave and aggressive. The crawlers know as prototype peanut big top -1. That's actually true. The crawler's prototype peanut. The crawler doesn't have a prototype outfit. Again, also true. La Loopsy pets weren't a thing. No, they were created by people. The only person to make a La Loopsy pet was Molly when she made Spot Zebra. As for the other pets, they were made by the La Loopsies, or they found rescued them from the wild. She doesn't shred people's faces. Her real name. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna add a sin, but you put a name twice. Her real name is Shredder, and she literally has saw blades in her mouth, which would degrade weakened flesh when biting down. She dislikes Jepson. The crawler has never met Jepson, but since she's the most aggressive of the Lillibird creatures, she'll probably hate him. Fucking true! Her goal is to not shred anything count. It's not her goal. She has no goal. She's just a territorial creature that wants to kill stuff. She doesn't know about sea landers. She joins the firefight, gets them. The Lillibirds letter of fortunates to war against the work, so they definitely know each other. She's not aggressive. She's stated to be a type 3 in instability. Type 3 instability means high aggression of great power. With great power comes great responsibility, motherfucker. Sorry. Her real name's not Shredder. Her real name's prototype Peter Big Top. The Lillibird renamed them after their transformation to not remind them of the task. Get rid of any mentions of Steve or humans. Prototype Peanut and names like that are their official names. Like how River Freddy is a tattoo real name in lore. She is not a villain. She's technically not a villain, but due to her aggression and her being one of the only unfortunate members who still tries to kill Minicats, she's classed as a villain even if she isn't truly evil. Plus, the Lillibird is classified as a villain, then there's nothing stopping the car from P1. It's Chris' fault that they put metal in her. None of her protests are robotic. Then why the fuck is there metal? The Lillibird put metal inside of her on purpose. Oh. Sorry for yelling. Plus, prototype is technically never been unfinished. She doesn't have a deep voice. Due to her modified vocal cords, she grows and grows deep voices. The actor has provided a growl and growth for a Frenchman's real guy. Are you sure about that? She's not the one that has the lower half. Kinda true. The frontal crawler and the blitz crawls. Also, it's better to take information from the draw together wiki instead since the pages in wiki are outdated. And this one's actually true. I'm not minusing this in because I'm making a video on this. Her arms are not strong as she rarely moves. If the crawler rarely moves, she would be dead. Plus, her arms are robotic. She's mostly fat. Her arms are. I said he rarely moved. And her arms are not that strong enough. So the prototypes and the alts would move her around. They are not right. The crawler and the trapjaw do hate each other since they're both apex predators and both enter in one another's territories. Like if a leopard entered lion's territory. She cannot open her jaw at 160 degrees. If she couldn't open her jaw at 160 degrees, then her having saw blades in her mouth would be pointless. Dogs don't have a digestive system. Well, they do since the La Loopsies and LDT are organic, and we even see the organic material on the fortunates. Even if we see the organs, that doesn't mean they digest it. The food disappears, not in her stomach acid. It disappears before it reaches the stomach acid. Prototype Jewel Sparkles is not aggressive. You're right, she isn't aggressive. But her face being fucked up, which causes her to have poor vision, is the same thing as sneak up on a blind bear. If it gets spooked, it's probably going to try and murder you off shock. Also, think about it. She's an ordinary lawyer. She's in one of the most dangerous places in the ODT universe. You'd be pretty hostile and violent too if you were blind and had to compete 24/7. She was sold in 1990. After the prototypes were created after 2010-2012. In fact, Jewel was the first long-term publicly sold in 2010. Hey, what was the last prototype? Hey, when was the final prototype been sold? Okay. The final prototype was made in 2020. Her goal is not to kill main characters. It was her goal, actually. She's not dead. Prototype Jewel was disavowed by the Lawbird, and the Lawbird has pure steel claws. She couldn't have survived that. Erickson Landberg doesn't exist. Erickson Landberg isn't a real character. Then why did you send me on it? Doesn't exist and not a real character. It's the same fucking thing. She's not a scavenger. Prototype Jewel has one arm with nose claws and has a messed up face. If she tried to hunt another unfortunate to another prey, she would either starve or get disavowed by them. She's not blind. You can see Prototype Jewel's render, and you can see she 100% does have one arm. She's not the only one to have one arm. Her face is on the verge of falling off, and the Leopard downward murder. That's mistreatment. When is that? Oh, wait. Okay. He's... What? Oh, okay, well. He's poorly traded. Okay. She's not... Died for a very... I don't know which fucking one! God damn it! You're lucky I give you -1 for the old Prototype Spot player. She's not artist at all. Prototype Spot was an artist, and in fact, it's confirmed she was beaten and abused by Steve for painting past life. She doesn't like tear apart, but she likes flying. She does like flying. He's also aggressive fortune, so yeah, she loves tearing her victims apart. She likes bright lights. Due to her eyes being altered to see in darker environments, since she has to fly, bright lights are to torture her. Like I said, her goal is not to kill main characters. It is her goal. In fact, she's just as aggressive and not more so than a crawler. She's not villain. Same thing, she's not villain, but it's one, since she's not loyal, still kill blood killer that often kill for sport. She doesn't kidnap people. She will kidnap baby Lalo, she's baby trap dolls, mutilate them, and turn them into baby versions of herself. She can speak, she's not mute. Actually, yes. Prototype Spot can speak, but it's faint and glitchy, and it's glitchy, basically unrecognizable. She just likes by shiny things. Prototype Spot minds work similar to a bird, and due to her changed eyes, she's a pirate shiny artist. Oh, shiny! Give me that, motherfucker! All the unfortunates have stitches. Oh, I didn't even realize I spelled stitches wrong. Yeah, of course they have stitched. What's the whole point? All those mimic voice lines are not true because she thinks it's rude to mimic people. So that's 20 sins added. She has no concept of what's rude or not. Plus, why would she care if it's rude? She literally joined in a revolution and seriously wounded several people in attempts to kill her. So that's 20 sins for you, my dear friend. Where's the 26? 20 cents. It did went to 57. It then went from 57 to 77. Where the fuck is it? She's also known as Prototype. You didn't have him. He's also known as Prototype. God damn it. She is not murderous. The ambusher is murderous. Yeah, I forgot the name was the ambusher. So let me just. There we go. I changed it to the ambusher, not cheat. Yeah, replace cheats with the ambusher. The ambusher is murderous. She's like a trapdoor spider. She doesn't care who enters her trap. Plus, pretty sure she was created by C herself, the prototype agent, so is 100% murderous. She doesn't like pouncing others to devour. Her name's the ambusher. I think jumping out and pushing people is her type character. Hunting down and kill people is not a goal. It is, though. She is in fact created for attention killing. The prototype angel beat the shit out of prototype Rosie. This is not a sin. There's no evidence that he did anything. Plus, he claimed he beat the shit out of prototype Rosie. But that's not true. He would very easily be later if he wanted to. Okay, when I said he didn't use her claw, the prototype angel didn't use his claws. He fucking hit him. Also, he curled up his claws and beat it and punched him all over. She's not whitewashed and blackwashed. She was. Prototype Rosie's hand white follows the actual Rosie's not. Shocker, I know. She's not mute. She can talk. Since her next spring, she had no vocal cords. She would produce historic hisses. Are there vocal cords inside the fucking spring? Okay, you didn't reply to she is not unknown entity. She doesn't know about Boxy Boo, Frankie around. Yes, because Plumpy Playtime and Finding Frankie don't exist in ODT first. Then games do though. The culprits also know prototype crumbs cookie. You didn't even mention it! She's not constantly hungry. The culprit sits due to her stomach and her anatomy has an eating disorder. She's not a baker. Prototype's crumbs was a baker since her body was oven. But she couldn't bake since she was too busy having bowel and stomach problems to her anatomy. Keithley reference. Her mouth is not stomach. Her stomach was turned to a mouth since she has no head. She just like Jepson. She never met Jepson since she's blind and deaf. She never will. That's not her goal to kill people. Her goal is to scavenge her underground, but like prototype Jewel. But she will kill people. I can't speak. If they get too close, she relies on vibrations in the ground to hunt. She didn't fail to serve the prototype to what she has been free from her. She failed because she's deaf. She cannot hear or see a thing. How can she follow orders if two of her creatures' multiple devices are missing? Mate, I don't fucking know. From her after, there's no brain in towards her. If there's no brain in towards her, then she'd be dead. None of the dolls have brains, but they are smart somehow. That doesn't fucking make sense. Since the ODT of Lucy's head, it's dead, done for. Well, if Lucy loses his head, then it's still alive and the creator can sew it back up. He's a sign language clause. He doesn't know sign language, nor can she use it. She can use vibrations to find way out. She's locked up for so long, had early death, she would never have to learn how to use sign language. She does attack. She will if you was blind and deaf and something suddenly ran up her. You'd be freaked the fuck out too. Yes, they aren't real. What are you talking about? I said 4-1. 4-1-0-9, so 2 it's not true. He's not always hit. Okay, but who's that? 3-3. 199 he doesn't exist because he doesn't. 6-0-7-1-1-6-3-5 doesn't exist. And neither does he. 4-1-1-1-0-9 so 2 is good counting. True. He doesn't have a fear of ropes. Good, because the factory is overrun by skeletons. A butterwolf in Lucy Land won't be finished. A butterwolf is a real thing in LDT. I meant the fucking article on the fandom wiki, Cherry. A butterwolf still will be finished. None of the unfortunate breeders plus what me loyal said. The fortunate don't live there by the way. I meant the article, Cherry! A day in life for people said true. Minus wants it. Peter R. Careful is LDT at the time making this. Yes, the fuck he is. I found Valentine's not true. Because it's not. Ace only has a crush on Jewel. Ace. I hear someone laugh behind our room. Ace never had a interest in Jewel. And Lucy John Scared. Only actor would ever show any romance to her. Didn't you see the fucking video called Ace X Jewel? I saw that video in 2024. Same for Forest X Stormy Sky. Peter doesn't have a crush on Wacker because he does. He has a crush on Prince a lot. Okay, you're actually correct on that. I'll give it to you. You're actually correct on that. The story Night's Dream used to be natural, but on November 11th, 2025 happened to Battlescare. Minus wanted. Nothing happened on November 11th, 2025. I meant Sir Battlescare dreaming about it. Mom Taylor's not true. Mom Taylor isn't real. I meant the fucking article. Goldie is not bullied. She never was. Plus, she isn't getting to ODT. Not so magical sequel was the first time I was on fandom wikis. So the reason why is because I was looking for lousy creepypastas. Also, so minus not real debunk or just a fact about you guess. But creepypasta is not true. Obviously, it's not. The not so magical tale is meant to be a fictional story made by someone else. The Stitcher Apology isn't a fake. I meant the article. So. Ace Sauce GLaDOS isn't real. Because it's not real. Other types of code is not real. That is true. Yeah, so there's more. There's 100 more gonna be coming soon, and more minuses coming true. Also, I'm gonna add this to it. Or documents it. Okay, you know what? I'm not putting screen cherry documents since that's gonna take a fucking while. So that's the video. And I think Screen Truth gonna keep debunking this, so I'm gonna try and make more tomorrow.